What's going on, guys? Brandon here, Legacy Group Real Estate Team. We have your Macomb County February 2020 real estate market update. We know there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, in the country. Obviously, housing, health is number one. Housing is important, and the show must go on because with the market doing crazy things, we don't know what will take place going forward. Most people, a house is their biggest investment. A house is where most people's equity lie. A house is a lot of people's retirement. That's why this is important. That's why this is so important to continue doing, so that way people can know exactly where they stand and know what they need to do in order to move forward, whether it's refinancing their house, getting better rates, better payments on their house, lower payments, whether it's selling their house and pulling out their equity, or pulling out their equity with refinancing, or whatever it may be. Or maybe the market's going down and it's a good time for you to buy a house and get out of your rental payments, whatever it may be. This is why it's important to be going forward and doing this. That way you know exactly where you stand, regardless. So we will bring this to you, whether it's from the office, whether it's from home, whatever it may be. The show must go on, and we will bring this to you. So Macomb County, February 2020, we always preface with two things. We have the month in arrears because we have the data fresh, hot off the press, as they say, and we have 3 years of data. That way you can see the pattern. If we showed you 1 year of data, it wouldn't make any sense, right? So let's jump right into this. Days on market is DOM anytime you see that. 49 days 2 years ago, 48 last year, and 60 this year. We're seeing a little jump this year in a number of the counties. Again, of the 18 numbers, sometimes you have one or two anomalies, outliers in these numbers. So we'll see how this goes, plays out going forward. But I have a feeling that's a little bit too high. It probably should be in the 50s somewhere, but who knows? Could be 60. Things have been sitting a little bit longer this past year, or in this year, I should say, in this past month or two. So active homes in the market. This is number of active, total 1 day sample size though. How many homes were actually active at that time when the data was taken? 1,083 2 years ago, 1,323 last year, and then 1,360 this year. So more active homes. So it's probably more of a sign of homes sitting longer. That's why we're seeing longer days on market, leading to more homes active on the market. Months of inventory. 1, 1, and 1.5. Now we don't have decimals for the other ones. They're probably around the same thing, maybe even a little bit lower here in these other previous years. But months of inventory, MOI, is that the rate homes are selling, how long would it take to sell every last home with no new homes coming on the market. And it's a very quick ratio to know where you are in the market and what kind of market you're in. So to give you context, so it's 1 to 3 is a seller's market, 1 to 3 months. Means there's not a lot of inventory like right now and the prices are going up. 4 to 6 months is a balanced market, and then 7+ is a buyer's market, meaning there's tons of homes to choose from and prices are going down. New listings, 1,284 2 years ago, 1,238 last year, and 1,350 this year. So we're seeing an increase. The number of new listings that actually came onto the market this month. So that is a month-wide statistic, and it's the number of new listings that actually came onto the market in that month. Price per square foot, 91 2 years ago, 93 last year, then 102 this year. So again, the trend is your friend here. We're seeing equity going up. We're seeing prices go up, obviously because some of these other factors. So that, if you take that and multiply that by your square footage, you're going to get approximately what your square footage or your price of your home. Again, remember, this is a county-wide number. Macomb County, it's a very big county, and it takes into a lot of different cities, obviously, right? When you're doing an appraisal in your home, you're going to take a very small area. You're going to have an appraiser, you're gonna have a professional like someone on our team come and actually appraise your home. You're gonna take a mile, basically. It could be just in your neighborhood, a mile, and they're gonna take that and they're gonna give you your actual value. But this, like I said, is more important to see the pattern, and Macomb County has been increasing in the prices of homes. Sold is actually people writing, signing on homes, closing at a closing table. 851 2 years ago, 899 last year, and 902 this year. So again, pretty consistent with the number of sold properties actually. That's where you see some fluctuations in the listing data, but the solds, they tend not to change too drastically unless there is major economic fallout, something like that. So again, good to see that those are up a little bit and they've stayed steady or gone up. That's always good to see. So if they're going down, that's not good. That means we're in a deflationary environment possibly, and there's really economic gridlock, which is not good at all. So that is the market update for February 2020 in Macomb. I appreciate you guys joining us. If you're listening on the podcast, go to @LegacyGroupMI. Go question, comment, concern there @LegacyGroupMI on Facebook and YouTube, and share it with anyone that might be interested. And we appreciate your time, your energy, your attention. It's the most important asset we have. We'll see you guys in the next market update in probably about 3-4 weeks. And the next content we put out. But again, like I said, the show will go on because we have to get this data out. That way people can make informed decisions on their likely their largest investment they've made. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.